Hello, and welcome to the final two modules of your network management class. In these two modules, you will be doing a network management project. Let's see what happens within the next two modules. In Module 9, you're going to be creating a network drawing for a pretend company. This company is going to have two sites, and this drawing is going to be professionally done and worth 45 points. Now, to help you with that drawing, you're going to be put into teams of 4. And the purpose of this team is to support each other for this network drawing. Some of you, it might have been a while since you've had your network class. Others, you might actually work in networking and be able to lend support. So this network drawing, because of your varying backgrounds in IT or that you've never worked in IT, this team support is specifically to help with the network drawing. Then you are going to upload an executive summary which describes the devices that are in your network drawing that you are planning to monitor in your next implementation plan, which comes in Module 10. In Module 10, you are going to do a professional network management proposal implementation plan, and this is worth 100 points. In this plan, you are going to research different network monitoring software applications that are out there, and you are going to create a table that compare the different products. And then you're going to pick one or maybe more that you want to do as part of your implementation plan. The other thing that you might want to do, you might want to use some of the techniques that we've learned about during the course. These different monitoring and management techniques are in addition to the NMS that you're going to select. You're also going to provide some metrics. What should cause an alert on your system? When do you want someone notified? When the circuit goes down, or how about when the circuit goes slow? So those types of metrics and scorecards are going to be provided as part of the implementation plan. Then you're going to talk about what protocols and what security related to the NMS is going to be part of this plan. And last, you're going to talk about how the IT department personnel is structured. Who's going to do the monitoring? Who's going to get these alerts? So these things, that's the overview of what you're going to do, but let's dive in just a little bit more deeper. So in Module 9, with this topology drawing that's worth 45 points, you have to have 2 different locations. So think of this, if you've been going to FSCJ like in person for classes, think of this like South Campus versus Nassau Center. So 2 different locations. These 2 locations can be in the same city, but they have to be apart, or it could be 2 different states. It could be however you want. They just have to be two separate sites. And then those sites, of course, are going to be connected somehow because they're part of your fake company. And at least one of those sites has to have an internet connection. And at least one site's got to have a firewall. And one site, both sites have to have a switch. And this switch is used to create a LAN, as hopefully you know. And on that LAN at each site, there needs to be at least 2 PCs. One site has to have at least 1 server. Now, if you want more servers, go ahead, put it in your drawing, plan for it. You must show cabling. You must professionally label the devices, and you're going to save and upload this drawing in PDF format. Again, you'll have teams to help you with any questions or just to bounce ideas off to somebody. You know, what are you doing? Now, they can't be copied, but it's always good to just have somebody to run things through. And I think this network drawing will be the one thing that you might not have a background in. You're going to do an executive summary and upload that separate from your drawing. And in this, you're going to have at least 2 paragraphs. And in these paragraphs, why don't you describe the company that you are designing these networks for? And the networks, why did you design them the way that you did? Or how many networks do you have? What kind of connectivity do you have between the sites? What kind of internet connection do you have? Do you have a business class cable modem? Do you have a Metro E? How do you connect to the internet? And then the network components that you are planning on monitoring and managing, and more of that will be in your implementation plan that is part of Module 10. So in Module 10, it's all about the implementation plan, and this is worth 100 points. In this implementation plan, you're going to have an executive summary. Just give a synopsis of what this implementation plan is all about. You're going to have in this plan a professionally formatted table of the network management software that you are considering for this company, and it needs to compare and contrast. If you can get the cost, fine. If you can't, see if you can research on the internet what somebody paid, but that doesn't have to be but the one that you're looking at might be free. If it runs on Windows, does it run on Linux? Does it run on both? Does it what kind of features does it support? Does it do PC inventory? Does it only do network management monitoring? What protocols does it support? How often does it poll by default? I don't know. Any kind of features that you think would be relevant to someone to let them know what you considered when you were picking an NMS product for your implementation plan. The other part that you could include as part of this implementation plan is any other software or management techniques that you are going to use as part of your network management plan. You are going to, as mentioned before, have 10 metrics for the monitored circuits that you have between each site or to the internet, and the devices. What are you going to monitor if you're monitoring your server? What are you going to monitor about it? Are you going to monitor the hard drive? Are you monitoring the RAM? Are you monitoring the whole thing? Power? What are you monitoring? And what should it take for an alert to be generated? Does it take power going all the way down? Or if it just fluctuates for a moment, do you want to be notified? Security recommendations. I want you to make sure that the security recommendations are related to network monitoring. So I don't want to just see, hey, we got a firewall in there. Well, of course, it was required that you had a firewall. This is specifically how secure is your network monitoring? Is it secure at all? Do you have some old devices that it can't be too secure? So what's your plan, and put that in there. You have to include an IT personnel structure. Who's going to get these alerts? Who's going to do the monitoring? Is it one person gets everything and then they call people? Or do you actually split this up? Is it split between the circuits people and the infrastructure people? You've had entire modules on the IT structure and how they might do it. So put that to work. Put it as part of your plan in your fake company. You can include some information from Module 9. Make sure that if you include your network drawing that you took the advice of any feedback given to you of anything that was wrong. You don't want to put wrong things in there again. Brief description of the mock company, overview of the network design. I was just thinking that you might want those things in there because it just helps you flow through what you want to do as part of your fake company. So if you have any questions, make sure you email your instructor early in the module so that you have time to react to what answers the teacher may provide. The other thing you must remember is that if you have questions about your network drawing, your first place to go is your teammates. That's why the team is there. Then someone from the team can contact the instructor if people within the team can't come to a consensus, or things just got more confusing because you had a team. But make sure you go to the team first, because a lot of times, that's the purpose of it there. So I hope you have a wonderful network management project, and make sure you get your work in early and on time so that in case the learning management system goes down, right? You never know. Have a good project.